Why Stardelta Starter is preferred with induction motor. Stardelta Starter is preferred with induction motor due to following reasons. Starting current is reduced 3-4 times of the direct current, due to which voltage drops and hence it causes less losses. Stardelta Starter circuit comes in circuit first during starting of motor, which reduces voltage 3 times, that is why current also reduces up to 3 times and hence less motor burning is caused. In addition, starting torque is increased and it prevents the damage of motor winding. How can you relate power engineering with electrical engineering? Power engineering is a subdivision of electrical engineering. It deals with generation, transmission and distribution of energy in electrical form. Design of all power equipment also comes under power engineering. Power engineers may work on the design and maintenance of the power grid that is called on-grid systems, and they might work on off-grid systems that are connected to the system. What is encoder? How it function? An encoder is a device used to change a signal, such as a bit stream, or data into a code. The code may serve any of a number of purposes, such as compressing information for transmission or storage, encrypting or adding redundancies to the input code, or translating from one code to another. This is usually done by means of a programmed algorithm, especially if any part is digital, while most analog encoding is done with analog circuitry. Why human body feel electric shock? And in an electric train during running, we did not feel any shock. Why? Unfortunately, our body is a pretty good conductor of electricity. The golden rule is current takes the lowest resistant path if you have insulation to our feet, as the circuit is not complete. Wearing rubber footwear which doing some repairs is advisable, as our footwear is a high resistance path, not much current flows through our body. The electric train is well insulated from its electrical system. What happen if we give 220 volts DC supply to D-bulb or tube light? Bulbs, devices, for AC are designed to operate such that it offers high impedance to AC supply. Normally they have low resistance. When DC supply is applied, due to low resistance, the current through lamp would be so high that it may damage the bulb element. Define the term capacitance and inductance. Capacitance, it is the amount of charge that is stored inside a capacitor at a given voltage. Inductance, it is defined as the property of a coil to resist any changes in electric current flowing through it. Mutual inductance happens when a secondary coil opposes current change in the primary coil. What are the transformer losses? Transformer losses have two sources: copper loss and magnetic loss. Copper losses are caused by the resistance of the wire, I2R. Magnetic losses are caused by eddy currents and hysteresis in the core. Copper loss is a constant after the coil has been wound and therefore a measurable loss. Hysteresis loss is constant for a particular voltage and current. Eddy current loss, however, is different for each frequency passed through the transformer. Explain different colors on wires indicates. The different colors on wires indicates. Black wire, this wire is used for power supply in all circuits. Any circuits with this color is considered hot or live. It is never used for a neutral or ground wire. Red wire, this color wire is a secondary live wire in the 220 volt circuit and used in some types of interconnection. You can join the red wire to another red wire or to a black wire. Blue and yellow wire, these wires are also used to carry power but are not wiring the outlets for common plug-in electrical devices. They are used for the live wire pulled through the conduct. You will see yellow wire in the fan, structure lights, and switched outlets. White and gray, this color wire is used as a neutral wire. It carries the current, unbalanced load, to the ground. You can join white and gray only to other white and gray wires. Green, it is connected to the grounding terminal in an outlet box and run from the outlet box to the ground bus bar within an electric panel. What is the full form of kVAR? We know there are three types of power in electricals, as active, apparent and reactive. So kVAR stand for kilovolt amps with reactive component. We know there are three types of power in electricals, as active, apparent and reactive. So kVAR stand for kilovolt amps with reactive component. How NPN and plug-and-play transistor works. In a circuit when NPN is used, no current flowing from A to D equals no flow from X to Z. Current flowing from A to D equals current allowed to flow from X to Z. When plug-and-play is used, no current flowing from A to D equals current is allowed to flow from X to Z. Current flowing from A to D equals no current flow from X to Z. What is the transistor in circuit? Transistor has the ability to amplify the current, due to the reason that output power can be higher than the input power. What is rectifier? And what are the types of rectifiers? A rectifier is an electrical device that transforms AC or alternating current into direct current, DC, which flows in only one direction. The types of rectifiers are: half-wave rectifier, it uses 1 p-n junction. Full-wave rectifier, it uses 2 p-n junction. What is slip in an induction motor? Slip can be defined as the difference between the flux speed, Ns, and the rotor speed, N. Speed of the rotor of an induction motor is always less than its synchronous speed. It is usually expressed as a percentage of synchronous speed, Ns, and represented by the symbols. What happens when two positively charged material is placed together? When two positively charged material placed together, it will repel. What is referred to the electron in the outer orbit? Electron in the outer orbit is known as valence. Why AC systems are preferred over DC systems? Due to following reasons, AC systems are preferred over DC systems. It is easy to maintain and change the voltage of AC electricity for transmission and distribution. Plant cost for AC transmission, circuit breakers, transformers etc., is much lower than the equivalent DC transmission. From power stations, AC is produced, so it is better to use AC than DC instead of converting it. When a large fault occurs in a network, it is easier to interrupt in an AC system, as the sine wave current will naturally tend to zero at some point, making the current easier to interrupt. What are the various kind of cables used for transmission? Cables, which are used for transmitting power, can be categorized in 3 forms. Low-tension cables, which can transmit voltage up to 1000 volts. High-tension cables can transmit voltage up to 23,000 volts. Supertension cables can transmit voltage 66 kV to 132 kV. What is the difference between analog and digital circuit? Analog circuit, these circuits operate on continuous valued signals, no conversion of the input signal required before transmitting. The circuit directly executes various logical operations and produces an analog output. There is no probability of losing any information as there is no conversion. Analog lacks flexibility. Digital circuit, these circuits operate on the signal which exists at 2 level zeros and ones before the signal is transmitted. It is converted into digital form. During signal conversion, amount of information is lost. Digital circuits anticipate high flexibility. What is the difference between MCB and MCCB, where it can be used? MCB is miniature circuit breaker, which is thermal operated and used for short circuit protection and small current rating circuit. MCCB molded case circuit breaker and is thermal operated for overload current and magnetic operation for instant trip in short circuit condition. Undervoltage and underfrequency may be inbuilt. Normally it is used where normal current is more than 100 A. Where the lighting arrestor should be placed in distribution lines. Near distribution transformers and outgoing feeders of 11 kV and incoming feeder of 33 kV and near power transformers and substations. What is Zener diode? Zener diode is a type of semiconductor diode that allows current to flow in the opposite direction when exposed to enough voltage. Why back EMF used for a DC motor? Highlight its significance. The induced EMF developed when the rotating conductors of the armature between the poles of magnet, in a DC motor, cut the magnetic flux, opposes the current flowing through the conductor, when the armature rotates, is called back EMF. Its value depends upon the speed of rotation of the armature conductors. In starting, the value of back EMF is 0. Why Stardelta Starter is preferred with induction motor. Stardelta Starter is preferred with induction motor due to following reasons. Starting current is reduced 3-4 times of the direct current, due to which voltage drops and hence it causes less losses. Stardelta Starter circuit comes in circuit first during starting of motor, which reduces voltage 3 times. That is why current also reduces up to 3 times and hence less motor burning is caused. In addition, starting torque is increased and it prevents the damage of motor winding. Define DMT relay. It is an inverse definite minimum time relay. In DMT relay its operating is inversely proportional and also a characteristic of minimum time after which this relay operates. It is inverse in the sense, the tripping time will decrease as the magnitude of fault current increase. What are the advantages of speed control using thyristor? Advantages of speed control using thyristor are: fast switching characteristics than MOSFET, BJT, IGBT. Low cost. Higher accurate. What are the advantages of Stardelta Starter with induction motor? The main advantage of using the Stardelta Starter is reduction of current during the starting of the motor. Starting current is reduced to 3-4 times of current of direct online starting. Hence the starting current is reduced, the voltage drops during the starting of motor and systems are reduced. Subscribe to our channel, Interview Gig. Visit our website for more articles and interview questions and answers. www.interviewgig.com. Like, share and comment. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Click the bell button for latest updates.